Who do you look like? Your mom? Your dad?
I look like my real dad. So we
Yeah?
have.
So your
Sorry,
real dad's
my
hot?
real dad. Like I would look like
Your real
my
dad's a
fake
hot
dad.
woman?
But I was
Awesome.
gonna say,
Sorry.
fuck, we should like. Too bad we couldn't pick this bench up and fucking move it.
Where do you want to move it?
Oh.
What about that bench over there?
What? That's way better.
Oh my god! Who are you? I didn't even see that then. Oh my god! There's a bench exactly the opposite of what you want right now. Oh my god, Sean! You are amazing balls. Okay, hang on.
Sean Brown. Fucking rights. That's what we used to say in Lethbridge.
I know.
Fucking rights.
Fucking right.
Yeah, it's a skid
There's
talk.
there's so many sayings like that. Like I remember like North Side for life.
What
We
was
actually
it?
thought it was a North Side for
Oh
life.
yeah, North Side for
Yeah.
life.
Um,
Fucking rights.
North Side for life. Couldn't even do it. I was like, what are we doing? But anyways, here we go. So charity, coffee, escapes, and monogamy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's alphabetical order.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot to that. If you actually do things like, when you have people say certain things, if you change it,
Mm-hmm.
people hear it more. Like I'm trying to think of like certain sayings, but for whatever reason in my brain, I always want to alphabetize it.
What'd you have in those bags from Starbucks?
Banana bread.
Oh, you're so sweet.
I just thought it'd be so nice.
You were so sweet. We could have eaten it here. I was going to tell you to
You
bring them.
said, I ain't eating that. We should walk, right? I'd hate that. I'm like, all right. Tell me how you really feel. Don't hold back.
I didn't sleep a wink last night.
That's okay.
This
Why
is
not?
me on no sleep and like,
Oh my
I guess
God.
grouchy?
No, you're not grouchy. This is you
Well, I guess
grouchy.
just like, no, it's got to be this way.
Hey,
Like, so
I
that's
think
kind of
to be
grouchy.
fair to you, like I bumped up everything an hour. So like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, you know what's kind of funny? I was just sitting there like, and then when you texted, I was like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
So then but
Wow.
I'm not like a regular girl. I get ready in 10 minutes. I just got to put on the mascara really fast. I'm fast,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because I don't
Yeah, you
put
have
on
real
a cake
eyelash.
on my face.
Yeah.
Just like right here. A little
Did you
bit.
ever?
On here?
Not like ever cake your face?
I would put foundation on.
Yeah, I think everybody did back then, right?
Back in the
They
day.
almost dipped their head in it. It looked
But
like.
girls do that now. It's like they take off their mask. It's like so you don't even see their real skin. It's actually really scary.
Yeah, no.
It's like, well, it's just your skin. Like,
I think
whatever. I got shit everywhere. This is what it is.
Honestly, I don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, think about it from a man's perspective, where he wants to provide.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, sweet, I get to throw in about $400 of beauty expenses on top of everything else in the world, because you got to get your nails done, your eyelashes done, your hair
Can
extensions.
you believe it? That's what I was just talking with about. Who was this? To a guy just yesterday. Fake hair, fake. Oh, my friend Jesse, because he went to a pool party and his girlfriend got jealous, and
We
then
should probably talk about that.
he said. He goes, I'm not interested in any of those chicks. They all have fake lips, fake eyelashes, fake hair, fake nails.
Oh yeah.
Everything on them's fake. He goes, I don't like that shit at all. And I was like, Jesse, that is amazing. Are you serious? He goes, no. He goes, why would that turn me on?
No one does.
He goes, that's
actually.
not real. And he goes, but a lot of his friends like that. And so I think the reason that some guys like that is because we've trained men to think that that's sexy.
Yeah,
Some men.
Society, yeah.
Yeah.
It started with, like, it always starts with, like, society sells us something.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just made
Okay.
you bleed everywhere.
Oh my gosh, I don't know if I'll make it. I'm like, what is she doing? Oh, just kidding. Yeah, and then wipe it off on me. Yeah, thanks. Hey, anyone want a mosquito?
Oh, God. Lord.
Part of me wanted to do that just for reaction. Anyway, so what we were talking about, yeah, so like it's interesting because I think porn does that.
Oh.
Porn
Yeah.
porn ruins us,
Yeah.
right? Like
Uh-huh.
I actually think porn should, if ever watched, should be together, right? And toys, if ever used, should be together,
Mm-hmm.
because they actually create segregation between us. They create distance between us.
Mm-hmm.
Guy's upset, goes downstairs and takes care of himself, watching.
Is that what
whatever.
happens?
Yeah, and the woman goes upstairs and takes care of herself.
I don't. I've never
Well,
done that.
Well, Can't, we're not going to measure the world on the 1%. You've never done that?
No. You mean like masturbate?
Yeah,
like get
with
mad
a
at
toy.
I mean, I've used toys, but not if I'm mad at someone.
Happens is like if you have like you're fighting already, right?
And I'm not like going, no, in like a judgy way. I'm just like, no, like that didn't even cross my head. Was that a vibrate or a fart?
It was a vibrate. But yeah.
The whole bench.
Should I turn it down? I have it on warp 9.
Look at your
On
blood's
vibrate.
all over me.
Oh my gosh, you can rub
Do
it
you
off.
see that?
Rub it on my jeans. I don't care. Like my blood's good. I've had it checked a lot of times. Different reasons. Right. Where were we? We're just all over the place today.
This is the morning for you.
Oh yeah, no. You were talking about your friend Jesse. I think
How he likes real women, and then you were talking about jerking off when you're mad.
thanks. I love how you spun that like that. No, what I think of is like if you take porn out of the equation, you take toys out of the equation before either one of those existed, for example. And
Right.
you have a couple, right?
Mhm.
They'd have this need to come back to each other
Uh-huh.
because they want to have that sexual connection,
Mhm.
that physical connection. Well, there's less of that need, there's less of that drive because I can solve it somewhere else.
Sorry.
We're posting all of this. We're just gonna. This will just be the blooper reel, right? 18 benches later, and we're here, live on location, and we hope no kids show up, right at the park.
So do you watch porn?
No.
But did you used to?
Yeah,
Okay.
but my wife came to me and told me how much it bugged me. So then I instantly searched if it's bad, and I actually
You searched Google, is it porn bad?
Yeah, but I was like, kind of. I think in my mind I was like hoping it would say it's not. But I read this article from a guy, and I don't remember his name, but the article just changed my whole aspect.
Really? Like,
yeah. Well, he just like that's someone's wife, that's someone's daughter, that's someone's
oh,
right.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, so now as a father, you're looking at it totally different.
Right.
But I was probably like somewhat addicted to it, like I think most men were.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like I used to have like Playboy cover on my roof
Right.
in my basement, like
Yeah.
my bedroom.
Did you have mine up there?
Maybe. I might have.
Cheers. Cheers.
As soon as I said that, I was like, she's gonna ask me that. I'm like, hey, have you masturbated to me before? I'm like, yeah, I have a few times, right? Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. I'm not usually embarrassed, but I think I got a little red cheek there.
What about monogamy? What do you think of that?
I deep down think it is exactly how we were designed to be. I just think our world.
You mean we're designed to be monogamous?
Yeah.
Or not?
No, to be monogamous.
Oh, okay.
Right? I think, like, I guess, and maybe I'm like a little naive or a hopeless romantic or whatever, but I think like there should be one person out there that can satisfy all your needs,
Mm-hmm.
maybe not all your wants, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you got to be really careful how we look at it. But if you look at like the 7 deadly sins, one of them is lust, right? So it's really lust that's driving you to another body outside of it, right? And if you really think about it, the stronger the connection is to the person, the better the sex is,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it's something I've tussled with, right, since my marriage ended, because I saw other people like living different lifestyles and how they approached it,
Mm-hmm.
right? So they approached it and they seemed happy, right? But again, we don't know, like the fishbowl effect where you're watching someone. Like I always think of this, and it's the simplest example, and everyone always like can relate to it. You got like a homeless person sitting against the wall, right? Looking at the person that's about to catch the bus and saying, I wish I had a job to go to. person sitting in the bus stop is looking at the guy on the bike saying, I wish I had a bike. The guy on the bike's looking at the car and saying, I wish I had a car. And that car is looking at the next car.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We look through these fish bowls, so to speak, and we're like, oh, I wish I had that life. If I had that life, I'd be happy. Right? But happiness isn't that. Like a lot of people say it's not a destination, right? And it's not, it's like a choice. But my grandfather used to say to me, because he saw that I was driven to like have more because other people had more, he said something to me. He said, if everyone you knew put their life in a fishbowl, so to speak, and you could see it, you'd be shocked on how fast you'd grab yours back. And it was just a really strong, I was like, really? I don't think so, right? But when you actually do have it, you realize it. Like people are envious of you and you're not really happy, but they're envious. So you get this outside validation that kind of keeps you doing it, right? But yeah, it's so back to monogamy there. It's something where you see other people that they're having success adding people to the equation, right? But I think like my core, like and deep down my core, I want one person. I want my next person to be my only person, right? Forever, like everything. And I think if you put all of you truly into it, which I did not into my last marriage because I held back the emotional side, right? I was very guarded. I think if you really focused on the emotional, the mental, right, physical, sexual, and spiritual connection with someone, I think you're like almost unstoppable. I think it's when you're like finishing each other's sentences, you already know what each other's thinking. Like you can be standing in a room of 1,000 people and you're smiling at each other and you know like that one's like, let's get out of here. This isn't our thing, or whatever the case may be. Because you have those connections with people all the time, right? We take them for granted sometimes, like almost don't appreciate it. But yeah, no, I know I brought this up and I was chatting with you about it because I was like trying to navigate my mind around it. But I think when someone is searching for connection, that's a place they look, and I don't think it's a great place to look.
Porn.
Yeah, or outside of your relationship, right? If you need that,
like some guys will say, "Oh, I got bored."
Yeah, I think boredom. I think a lot of it is like, so I think women search outside the marriage a lot because men aren't willing to emotionally connect or be vulnerable with them. So they want that deep connection. I think men probably search outside of it more. So like say for women, let's say women do it more for the emotional connection and the mental connection. And I think men do it more for the physical and the sexual, right? But like, it's kind of like you look at a Ferrari and they're absolutely gorgeous, but if it had no engine, right?
No, that's a good way to say it.
Right?
Yeah,
No engine, no
but men
navigation.
are driven by the exterior first.
But we're supposed to.
And maybe that's like what the Bible was meaning about the lust, is look past the exterior to find the engine, right?
Yeah.
To find the essence of the being
Yeah.
and connect with that instead. It wasn't about like sex is bad and to feel good is bad, because that's a good thing, right? Yeah, look past the exterior.
Totally, right?
So you have to see through the veil. And to do that, you have to have true, authentic relationships with people. You have to want to really genuinely get to know somebody.
And I believe the onus is put on the woman there. The woman needs to take that back and say, you're going to earn it. Well,
it's interesting, too, how women will walk around dressed in next to nothing. And again, as we were talking about fake hair, fake nails, fake eyelashes, all this stuff, because they're trying to sell something due to their own lack of self-acceptance, right? And I'm not knocking women. I'm speaking from experience in my own life of being in that vibration and in that mindset. And then you'll have women that are trying to justify and defend why they're dressing certain ways, and what they're completely oblivious to is that that lack of self-acceptance is operating them, and they're completely hypnotized by it. In fact, they're a terminal to it, and that's why they have to keep justifying and trying to defend it. and it just keeps casting the net out to get men, and then to blame them for something. So again, that can also be justified and compounded in them, that victimization or need to hold somebody responsible for that lack of self-acceptance.
100%. And men use money to attract women, and women use their bodies to attract men, and then we both get angry, right?
Want to blame each other
for
what we're putting out there.
She took all my money. I'm like, you attracted her with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you said, come get it.
Yeah, did you buy her those purses? Did you lure her in for
You picked her up in a Ferrari and took her like on a trip within 30 days.
Yeah.
Right? And
your tiny penis car.
Yeah. But really, so the scenario came when I was so I talked to men about it, and I say, like, if you had the money, would you buy a Ferrari? And they said, oh yeah, for sure. But like almost every guy says he will. I said, would you buy a Ferrari without an engine, transmission, and a navigation system? And they're like, no, right? But that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Right? You're going after the shell. And my papa said to me, like, well, it was my grandparents, but it was just like, fall in love with the soul, not the face. And I think if we started, we really need to get back to that, but it starts with women.
Well, it starts with healing your own wounds.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, you're going to continue licking them and walking around wearing them.
Yeah.
And then those people that are attracted to those wounds, because they're emanating their stuff too, like the money or what they think they need to. And the birds of a feather will flock together, and everybody's shit's just going to get compounded. Nothing will get resolved. So it doesn't just start with women; it starts with men too. It starts with both of us.
Well, and I do agree, but my point is that if you don't allow the man to have your body or enjoy your body, and you force him to put time in, he's going to create an emotional connection, and he's going to create a mental connection, or he's going to move on. And you haven't lost anything anyways. Because if he moves on, you don't want him anyways.
Yeah.
Right? Because all he wanted was to conquer you. But if you let men conquer you soon, your chances of a successful relationship is terrible. Right? If you don't, then it's the odds go up with each date. Right?
Yeah.
Like, and it sounds crazy to say out loud, but I'm like, if someone asked me, and I'll probably get beat up by men on this one, but spend at least 30 hours with the person, right? We're in a society where it's like date 3, it's expected. That's insane. Think about it. Like you and me go for coffee, right? That's our first date. Our second date, we go for lunch, right? Our third date, you're expected to put out, right? And we haven't even spent 3 hours together. Like, it's just mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Right? Like, when you really look at it, you're like, what? Right? Like, it's just the expectation is so insane right now from that perspective. And here goes my phone again.
Yeah.
That was not a fart.
Answer at Holmes?
No, I'm not going to answer it. For sure. But I think we chase naturally. Men, we chase for sure. So I think, I think the more you make that man work, right, the more you find out about him, the more he gets to know you, the more he likes you.
Well, you're bringing out those masculine qualities too, because men are the hunters and the providers, right? So if you can pull out a man's qualities to want to work to get you, to get that prize, then in doing so, he can pull out her femininity to be a woman too, and to surrender and let go and nurture and take care of him too.
You just made me think of a guy I worked with, and he ran the warehouse when I was a director of sales.
Hi, Lenny.
And Lenny's awesome, but like I could tell you about 3 or 4 stories about Lenny, but the one story that kind of comes to mind is his daughter is like the most precious gem, right, on the planet. She's at the bottom of the ocean. And not every man's going to swim there to get it, right? And it was just interesting because that's why I believe that, like, we're built to hunt, chase, right? Women out there just got to be like, no, like, put the time in. and then you're both going to get to know each other, and you're going to find out if you're a match anyways,
Mm-hmm.
long before you get physical.
You know, it was really an epiphany for me
What?
because I what is it? Oh, fuck, on Netflix. There's the show Love Is Blind. So they're all behind walls. You
Yeah.
can't see each other, and then to get to know, like you're
Yeah.
saying, the engine without the shell.
Which is a great concept.
It is.
But what happens as soon as they see each other, they
Oh,
instantly
yeah.
start doubting everything.
Oh, totally.
But
Totally.
like we have this, like, society measures success, a man's success is based on how beautiful the woman is beside him,
Yeah.
right? Like, as sad as it sounds, I don't know if I picked my first 3 or 4 girlfriends. I think society or my friends did, right? Like, and I was so broken that I was like trying to date the best looking girl in the school
Mm-hmm.
instead of the best girl in the school,
Yeah.
right? Drastic difference,
Yeah.
right? Like, everyone, like, it's interesting, but lots of men, like, their value, even my own value went down from a man's perspective when me and my wife got divorced, because she's beautiful, right? She's absolutely gorgeous. My value went down, right? And I was like, holy cow, right?
You think that now? No.
No, I know not now, but
Yeah.
it's like, if you're attracting them with money and success and power, right? You can't be upset when they take that away, because that's what they came in for. That's what you,
Yeah.
like, you sold them that,
Yeah, that was the deal in
right?
a way.
Like, it's almost like a woman that's, right, all that stuff, and then she gets older and he leaves for a younger woman, and then she's all mad. Well, how did you attract him?
Mm-hmm.
You were barely wearing clothes when they met,
Yes.
right?
It
And
was- yeah.
and I've had this conversation with girlfriends of mine. I'm like, wear more clothes, right? You're gonna get approached by a totally different person,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like,
Mhm.
there's a difference between sexy and slutty. It's drastically different, right? You can look really sexy, but like, my funny thing is, one of my favorite outfits is a hoodie,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like jeans and flip flops,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, because no man wants someone that takes 2 hours to get ready.
No, and heels. And how did that even start? Like, if you think about somebody, whoever came up with that, like because it started with like those fishnet stockings, and so in a way that's kind of like fishermen catching fish, or the mermaids, right? And then let's put them on some stilts so they can't really run away, and then we'll catch them with these nets.
Wow.
You know,
right?
Kinda
I wonder, is that where, like, it's really interesting. Like, when you said that, I never thought of that before, but like, that makes sense, because you're trying to, sales and marketing is like, sex is a big seller.
Okay, so you were saying high school.
So in high school, and you can even go junior high, really.
Mm-hmm.
So in junior high, there's not a ton of people having sex in junior high when I grew up, right?
Yeah.
But the girl that was having sex, she was pretty popular, right?
Yeah.
Everyone knew who that
Who she
girl was, because it's a chance to have sex too.
Right.
And I also think, like, how, like, a really good friend of mine, I always think of this, Jordan Bell, and he was getting ridiculed because he wasn't having sex with his girlfriend, and they've been together for a while, right? But like, it should have been the exact opposite,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Like, it should have been the exact opposite. Like,
His nose is running.
yeah, he's like, respects. he
Probably
respects her.
from an 80-year-old lady. I carried her.
Well, you're halfway there.
Actually, yeah, I am halfway there. More than halfway.
Yeah,
Okay, go on.
you're closer to an 80-year-old lady than you are, right?
Shit, yeah.
But yeah, I just think that, like, that moment has actually played in my head a lot,
Uh-huh.
because I was trying to, I said, how do you know he hasn't, right?
Mm.
Like, trying to put a buffer,
Mm-hmm.
but that was wrong,
Right.
right? Like, if I should have said, right, we shouldn't be measuring it on the conquer, like, you know, great, you slept with 20 girls,
Mm-hmm.
right? He's got a great relationship with Jackie. Like, what's, like, the value, right? We high five guys for it, right? Like, and it's
And
just,
then girls are shamed.
yeah, right? But the thing is when I look at it, is you're like, I use junior high because there's very few girls sleeping with other guys in junior high when I grew up. But the ones that did were super popular girls.
Yeah, I remember a couple
Right?
girls.
Yeah, everybody does. But you also got to think, like, another thing is, unfortunately, is my experience has been that those women that are a little bit more promiscuous
Mm-hmm.
usually had something happen to them,
Oh, for sure.
right?
For
And that,
sure.
right? And they think that's their value.
I was gonna say that the one girl that I knew she was having sex when we were in grade 7, and I remember I went camping with her because they did motocross racing or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So we were at some big campsite to do that where
Yeah.
they raced
Yeah.
and stuff during the day, and like I just got goosebumps and just chills because I remember she was having sex that night with her parents' best friend. So this man, like we were in grade 7, so we were 12, turning 13, and the dad's friend,
I'd bury
her
that.
stepdad's friend, and then she told me later, yeah, that she had had sex with him before. Can you imagine if your 12-year-old daughter was, if one of your friends was having sex with your fucking, like I would not be alive.
Yeah, he wouldn't.
No.
Right? And he knows that. I'm okay to say that on film.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Oh, of course.
But the thing is, though, like that goes back to that article that I read about porn, and my ex-wife at the time said it really bothered her that I did, right? And it creates this this scenario that is just so unrealistic and almost impossible to compete with,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like I always joke about it, but like I've ordered 1,000 pizzas in my lifetime. I've never had 2 blonde bombshells show up and ask if they can come in and have sex with me after. Right?
Darn.
Yeah, but like that's what porn is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And this guy is sitting at home and going, "Oh, this is gonna happen one day."
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's never gonna happen.
Yeah.
Right? Like it is such a ridiculous scenario. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't know where exactly got crossed up, but I do think that if we can get again focusing and just the emotional connection. And I think that men are so driven physically and so sexually, and women are so driven so emotionally and so mentally that you have to, the women need to be like, earn it. I'm the most valuable gem in the whole entire ocean. You're going to have to swim deep. They don't. They're lost, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if we can kind of do that, and then men can kind of look at it, not just like, look at it like, how would you want a man to treat your sister?
Mm-hmm.
How would you want a man to treat your mom?
Mm-hmm.
Right? How would you like a man to treat the most significant woman in your life? Right? What would that look like? Do that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So it is not, you're right, it shouldn't be all put on women, right? But because I look at like, someone told me OnlyFans was the #1 employer in the world in 2022, something like that. And like, I was just like, wow. Right? But women aren't making millions without guys paying.
Yeah. Well,
Right?
and I mean, if you can sell yourself on that platform and that's where you're going to do it, fucking balls to the walls.
Yeah.
Like, if you, like, I don't have an issue with people that need to make their money. You know what I mean? There's prostitutes out there too. There's strippers out there. And they need to make their fucking money.
Yeah.
And girls that are at the bar, like I work in the bar, tits pushed up to here, you know,
Yeah.
like that's the industry where that's where you're at that stage in your life. As long as you're sound with that, then okay. But if you're in it and you feel like your soul is dying, that's when you need to redirect and check yourself. And
Do you
then
think anyone's soul isn't dying slowly that way?
I don't know, because I think you have to, what is the saying? Like, you don't know a person until you walk a mile in their shoes.
Oh, and there's situations that are horrific situations.
Because we're always projecting, see? Like,
Yeah.
it's always a projection. Oh, that person has to be fucked up. Do you know, though?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
No,
maybe...
I don't think that.
No, and I know you're
Yeah.
not saying that. I'm just saying that it's like we as the movie projector have to constantly be checking in with what we are putting over top of people, how we're seeing.
Stop judging.
Yeah. Well,
Ask
not stop
questions.
judging. Seize the opportunity to go in and reflect over your judgment.
Yeah.
Because
Okay, yeah.
there's 2 kinds of people, right? There's the people that I know, especially in the yoga community, the fake ones,
Yeah.
that say they don't judge. and the most judgmental
Yeah.
cunts on the planet.
Yeah.
And then there's people
That's a
that are
decent word.
judgmental and they self-reflect, which is what I
Yeah.
just said.
Yeah.
They go, yeah, I'm fucking judging that, and I'm going to self-reflect over that.
Yeah.
I'm going to go into the little fucking asshole inside
Yeah.
that's doing that later.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm not going to be ignorant to it and just
Yeah.
pretend
No,
to be a
and-
spiritual person.
But you know, like, I always think of all these old sayings, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
don't throw stones if you live in a glass house. We all live in glass houses,
Mm-hmm.
right? So we just got to stop throwing stones, period. But like, if you get to know someone,
Mm-hmm.
it's amazing how much the story makes sense.
Yeah.
Like what you're doing, you're kind of dumbfounded by what they're doing. If it's like shocking to you,
Mm-hmm.
but you get to know that person and you find out their journey,
Yeah.
and you're almost like surprised they're still alive,
Right.
right? Like so, and it's an old profession. Like prostitution is, they say, the oldest profession of out there.
Mhm.
Probably. When I look at it, is it's such like I have kids coming into this world, and lucky that they're really good kids.
Mm-hmm.
And like I think they're wiser than us,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I've thought about this lately too, that I think like kids are supposed to maybe teach us, but we think we're supposed to teach them because we're older. So our ego and our emotions, like, this is what you need to do.
Right.
But like, simplest example is you take kids and you put 15 different cultures in a room together.
Right.
They're playing. Then we teach them not to.
Yeah.
Don't play with that kid. 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 And
Yeah.
and they're parents, and this is this big figure, this monumental figure in their life. And they're like, oh, I guess I shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
And then they got to reflect on that later on in life, and like, why was I like that?
Well, and parents don't realize that oftentimes feathering the nest like that makes the child more resentful and bitter at the parent, because if a child is able to learn on their own for certain things,
Yeah.
they have nobody else to blame but themselves.
Oh.
But if they have somebody to blame, that's going to just create a wider gap between the two of you. And it's also not going to help the child, because it's parents come in and say, hey, guess what? My soul knows more than your soul.
Yeah.
And
it
it's like,
doesn't.
no, didn't you have to learn and grow and evolve too? Like, there's certain things like don't cross the street when a car is coming.
Yeah.
You know, don't eat that rat poison.
Yeah. But,
Certain things you steer out of the way.
but I think kids' intuition is way stronger. We numb ours down, right? As we get older, we numb it down.
It's all the programming.
Yeah.
It's
We numb it down because we almost don't want to know that, like, we know what's going to happen sometimes, and we just keep doing it. But like, I think of my son specifically, his intuition was always a little bit off the charts, right? He'd slide back behind you, right? When he was uncomfortable, and he would stay in front when he wasn't. And it was this weird little thing that like you'd notice, right? And but yeah, it's I don't. Everyone, like, I think a lot of people like our world is terrible. It's not. There's lots of great stuff in it, and if we focus on the terrible, it's not going to help. But I do think from a monogamy perspective, I'd like to think that one person, and if you mentioned the Bible earlier, the Bible is you're not supposed to have sex till you're married, right? And people are like, that's crazy.
Is that what it says?
Yeah, yeah,
But kids back then were married.
yeah, right, yeah.
When the Bible was written, it was kids getting married.
Yeah, but like,
so really, like,
yeah, and you're not like there's.
it's kind of a sketchy thing to say.
Yeah, because it is, yeah,
Right?
kids,
Like-
right? Well, fathers used to give away daughters, like trade them
Yeah.
for land or right, livestock. Or,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Couldn't even imagine being in that
Giving
desperate.
your daughter away.
Like,
What am I going to do? I'm going to move this over here.
Old
There you
Navy, right?
What does US 66 mean?
Route 66.
Oh, Route 66.
Yeah,
Oh.
I took my dad on Route 66. It was something that he's always wanted to do.
That's a Gemini number.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
I just learned that on some horoscope thing
Really?
online. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, I could be not right. I don't know. But 6 is a 3. And so 3s are all equal 9. Number 9 is complete. Yeah, they always say that number 9 is the number for God.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
It's a complete number. Yeah, people in the spiritual community get really fixated with 11. They always like 11, 11. Well, to me, 11 is the number for the matrix. That's why a lot of people in the spiritual community like it without even realizing, because they're on that projected real. Yeah, totally.
That's
what they get obsessed with, the infinity loop too, right?
Yeah.
If they don't understand that you turn it sideways, it's a cassette tape loop, which means that they're caught on the loop of their own programming and indoctrinated by...
So 8.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's the crazy 8.
Yeah, because it's going interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like whoever's got a fucking tattoo of that, quickly go get it erased. Because you're just showing you're on the loop of insanity.
That's
it's like when people write shit on them, like patience or whatever. It's like, what? Like,
yeah, I got patience written on me.
You do not. Fuck. Jeez.
All of them. I just write about my leg from ankle.
They might as well just have resistance, because that's what patience is.
Oh, that's interesting. Because I struggle with patience.
Yeah, because it's a massive state of resistance. So it's about letting go of trying to have patience and have a temper tantrum over not getting what you're wanting, and really let the emotions move through you fully till they're exhausted, so that there is no need to try to fucking wait for something to be over, because that's what patience is. You're waiting for it to be over. But if you let the emotion move through you, it deactivates the charge, and then you're neutral. So you're not being patient anymore.
I've never looked at it like that. I like that.
I look at things weird.
No, it's just not weird. It's different. It's like being like when someone's like, I'm right? Like we're so caught up in being right instead of being open to what's being delivered to us and why is it being delivered to us, right? And I always think of, like, I was a rock my whole life, and one of my favorite people was Bruce Lee, but not because he was tough. He had a really cool spiritual mind.
Yeah.
He's like, be water, my friend, right? But I was the rock. I'm like, I'm not moving. But rock doesn't beat water.
Right.
Water wins over time, right? And I think, like, it's just interesting as you get older, these quotes or these sayings that people say, they make sense. Mm-hmm. Right? When you're younger, they don't make sense at all. But like, be water, my friend, is like one of my favorite simple quotes. Mm-hmm. Because we're not in control. We want to be in control. You're never going to be in control, especially when you're focused on trying to be in control. And I was like that. Like, I want to be in control of everything. And I think a lot of us do, because we're so scared if we're not in control, what does that look like? Mm-hmm. And I really, really try hard to be water every day, right? Like now, because it goes where it needs to go, right? And it's interesting how much more I smile. I actually hated my smile. Like when you'd go to pose for a picture, I just couldn't do it. Like I had a really hard time faking a smile, but really I had a hard time coming up with something to bring a genuine smile to my face. Now it's like hard to knock it off my face, right? It's like totally different. So it's interesting, but
yeah, and you have nice teeth.
That's
yeah.
Thanks.
You do. You have nice teeth.
I guess thanks, Mom. Oh, speaking of Mom.
Well, I could be his mom. I have Kleenex in my hoodie. I am old lady.
Yeah, but it's actually my mom's birthday today. And when I was a kid, I always thought I would be on TV, like playing sports or something like that.
Yeah.
As naive as that sounds, and wanted the opportunity to be like, you know, it's my mom's birthday, so I want to shout out to my mom. Happy birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. See you soon. Really soon.
Yeah, because you're driving to Lethbridge after this,
No,
right?
Fort McLeod. We're going to meet in Fort McLeod at this cool little coffee shop she likes.
Fort McLeod is such a cool little place. My sister goes there for her vet. Yeah, I've been there at the same vet clinic. It's a gnarly little place.
Gnarly.
Yeah.
That's an old one too.
Yeah.
Right? Gnarly, stellar. What was the one you said earlier? Fucking rights.
Fucking rights, eh?
Is that only Northside or is that Lethbridge in general?
I think it's Lethbridge in general. Yeah.
Who started that? Like, you know what I mean? You think of these like...
Probably me. No, I don't know.
For sure it was you.
The most north side of them all. Well, you wanted to talk about charity.
Yeah, that's true.
You're a charitable person.
Yeah, but
Is that
So-
why?
Well, it's you mentioned a corporate aspect to it that made me think about it,
Oh yeah.
right? But like something that's been pretty recent in my life is like being like the burger bandit. So I'll grab burgers, right? And I'll grab like $50 worth of burgers and I'll go hand them out. And it feels really good, right? Because they're pretty jacked to get a burger, right? Specifically like Carl's, my junior burgers,
I
right?
never
But
had a Carl's Jr.
there's, my aunt said to me that I talked about homeless people and was trying to figure out why they're homeless when I was like 6. And I actually think I'm supposed to be part of fixing that here. And if it's bugged me since I was 6, right? I'm almost 50, right? That's 44 years, right? That it's been bugging me. And the gratification I get from giving someone a burger and they're just jacked is like, so like it's selfish, right? It's selfish. And you want to do it and not tell people about it. But the other aspect is if you tell people about it, maybe they help you and jump into it or do something else or, right? But you got to do it for the right reasons. Like you want to do it because you actually want to solve it, not because you want to be praised or patted on the back for it, right? So I envision a bunch of burger bandits ripping around the city, right? Feeding them, right? Burgers and maybe taking one worry away because being homeless sucks. And if you
Yeah, because you would know that.
yeah, but you judge people. You judge people for being homeless and like, well, they're just a mess, right? And we were supposed to do this podcast yesterday, and we changed it. And yesterday afternoon, I was walking down 17th Avenue, and there's a lady there just bawling uncontrollably. And I've walked past stuff like that all the time, but this day I couldn't walk past it. And I asked her if she wanted food. I asked her if she could barely talk. But something inside me is like, ask her if she wants a hug, and she's like, yeah. Yeah, and the crazy part about it is when I first started hugging her, I was like, she just needs a hug, right? But I felt like all of her pain after about a minute. Probably hugged her for like 3 minutes, right? But after a minute, all of her pain hit me, and I was just bawling.
I love how you're tearing up now. You're
Yeah.
so emotional.
Yeah, I'm, like my dad's pretty emotional. So is my mom. My mom's tough as nails, but she's pretty emotional too. But yeah, so Cheyenne, I hope you're doing better. But seeing a human being, wow. Seeing a human being hurt that much and knowing what that pain is, like, it's just, I think that was, I gotta figure out a way to help change this. And I think that I've had so much success in business before. Why not this, right? If you're driven, right, to get this done, I think it can be done. And maybe I'm naive, but I think, like, I'd love to be one of many that ends it in this city. And we have the money to do it. We have the means to do it. We just have to be inspired to do it. Like anything, right? Like if we can make businesses double in size, triple in size, quadruple in size, we shouldn't have people that don't have a place to live, food to eat, or clean clothes on their back, right? Like we have people that drive Ferraris, live in $5 million homes.
But those people work for their money too.
I get it. So did I,
Yeah.
right? So did I.
And I'm not saying that the people on the street don't, but I'm just saying a lot of them get fucked up and they do it to themselves.
For sure.
And to just want to dig somebody out sometimes reinforces the problem.
Yeah, and I get that. Like I know there's a lot of people that are homeless have mental issues.
Yeah.
But I think like where's the root of the problem?
Well, that's different. If they have mental issues,
Yeah.
then there's, you know what I mean? That's different why they're out on the street.
But like, you know, there's a saying that you're like 1 month away from being homeless.
Yeah.
Because your bills are so outrageous and you're working just to keep on top of those bills. But that's because we're chasing money, right? I think my thoughts is that when you're homeless, there was something that led to that. Either you were chasing the wrong things and ended up in a bad spot, and it could be money, could be drugs, right? Could be anything, right? But I just like, this woman just hit me like I've never been hit before from someone, because I engaged in a long hug where you're like the rule of a hug?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until the other person pulls away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to stop. It was the longest hug I've ever given someone in my life. But she wasn't as overwhelmed when it was done. But I swear I took that. Like, some of it was transferred. Some of that pain was transferred to me for that moment.
Here comes this dog.
Yeah. Hey, buddy.
Hi. Oh my gosh, you're huge. Kind of looks like a puppy.
Yeah, like
Giant head puppy.
yeah. Look at the kind eyes. His name?
This is Charlie.
Charlie.
What's up, Charlie?
Charlie. Oh, Charlie.
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 Yeah.
Charlie. Oh my God, I love you, Charlie. I love you.
Charlie, get off.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah. So to put, I guess, that bow on monogamy is, I would like to believe, and I feel like in the core of me, that a man and woman can be fulfilled without going outside themselves. I actually think now, after having this conversation with you, I think it's where we need to get back to, right? Because it's so transactional now, right? And if men showed more restraint and women made men work harder, that would lead to a pretty gorgeous result, right? Because if a man really focused on getting to know that woman, right, he would benefit just as much, right? Because really, sex is where it gets complicated, right? Like, as soon as you cross that line, it's suddenly there's so much more expectation. There's so much, right, complication, and
Well, it's a drug. People like to get high on it.
oh yeah,
And then it actually keeps people apart.
yeah. But we're way, like, think of how we're designed. There's no way we weren't intended to be in that intimate moment, right? Like, you're like engulfed. Like, there's nothing you're thinking of outside of that. You shouldn't be. It should be like all your energy's right here, right? And yeah, it's been on my mind for a while, right? Because I think of what I thought of, and I think maybe other people do too, is their past relationships failed, and then someone's cheated on them, so they say, oh, monogamy is not achievable, right? I'm living proof because this girlfriend cheated on me, right? But like myself, why did they? They were searching for a connection outside of us that I wasn't allowing. I was protecting my emotion, so there was no emotional connection, so they kept looking for it outside of me. Because if I look at the women that did that in my past, they weren't bad people, right? They even were so upset when they did it. So it was like confusing, but it was easy for me to point the finger at them, be like, you're wrong, you cheated, it's your fault we're not together. Instead of looking at myself and going, what part did I play in this? See, I'm the common denominator. It just keeps happening. So how can it be their fault? Because they're all different people.
Well, it happened to you because you felt abandoned and rejected when you were a kid. When your mom kicked you out, you had to go live in Indian Battle fucking Park.
Yeah.
And so from that point forward,
It started before that.
oh,
When
well,
when my dad left at 2.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Either way,
Yeah,
it
but
started from
abandonment-
childhood.
My root of all my trauma was that day.
Hmm.
That day that my dad walked away and I didn't see him again.
Isn't it
'Cause-
amazing? Because everything gets emitted, and we just
Yeah.
pull people, places, and situations to us so that we can work through that childhood pain. But when we don't see that, we continue to blame one another for our issues.
And I actually forgot that.
Hmm.
I buried that so deep I didn't remember it. I had to go to like electrochromatic therapy,
Hmm.
right, where you're holding onto a device in both hands.
Oh, I know
Like
what you're talking
frequency,
about.
what is it
EM.
EMDR.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, and that EMDR sent me back to that root of trauma,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when I like started to create my journey to being better again.
Mm.
Right, I think grade 4 kind of like, I think that I used to always blame it on grade 4 being bullied.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we look at it as children, if a parent can leave us and not look back, we're worthless.
Mm-hmm.
But again, we're looking for validation outside ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
right? We're putting a lot of pressure on our parents to give us all this validation we need, right? And then that just snowballs. Now boyfriends, now teachers, now, right? But if we just find it in ourselves, we don't even really need it.
Mm-hmm.
And an unconditional love is rare, but we expect it,
Yeah.
right? Like we expect our mother to love us unconditionally. We expect our father to love us unconditionally. We expect our boyfriend to love her unconditionally. We expect our husband, wife, right? But like,
Mhm.
it is the rarest thing on the planet.
Well, people can't love unconditionally.
So-
That's
so-
why we're human.
Yeah.
The only one that does is God, and people don't understand that that's what free will is. That's why God doesn't interject when they're suffering, because that is unconditional love. And parents don't do that. That's why they're always trying to control their kids, and then they try to control their spouses, and then they try to control the people, places, situations around them all the time. And we're never in unconditional love. We're never in free will. We're
But
in
we all
control.
want it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I want unconditional love from you.
Yeah. Well, we demand it.
Yeah.
You know.
But I love that you said that, because sometimes people challenge you, do you believe in God or do you not believe in God? And I said, I love the idea
Mm-hmm.
that there's something greater than myself that can unconditionally love every person on this planet,
Yeah.
no matter what their situation.
Yeah.
Think how powerful that is,
Yeah.
right? Like we experience unconditional love from people
Yeah.
for brief amounts of time, and it fills our bucket.
Yeah.
Like when you do something horrific and someone says, there's nothing you can do, right, to change how I feel about you or how much I love you,
Yes.
right? Like I think of jail. When I was in jail, I was in the 11th hour and I look up and I see it's my mom's birthday, which is kind of weird that today's, but yeah. And I look at it and I see I can't kill myself now.
I was thinking
gotta
about
wait
that when
3
you said
days.
happy birthday to your mom.
Right? I have to wait
Yeah.
3 days. And my mom is all about tough love because that's how she was raised. And I know her childhood was horrific. But that day, she said exactly what I needed to hear. I love you no matter what.
And that was her God, her kingdom within.
Yeah. And that moment, I started thinking, maybe I won't kill myself. And each day, now I'm getting closer and closer to coming back, right? Like depression is real, right? And it's a force,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I think probably the scariest force, right? Because if you can go from loving life one moment to thinking that not being here is the best option,
Mm-hmm.
that's like, wow,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I know that, like when she said that to me, if she would have said anything else, I wouldn't be here.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I'm like, and then I think of like the 2 years that I've went through and how many people I crossed paths with to just give me a little bit of love at a right time. It's just too much to be coincidence.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, it doesn't mathematically make sense,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like it's like winning the lottery 24 times in 2 years, right? While never playing, right? Like it just doesn't make sense. We don't want to admit it, myself included. I was like, I got this. I don't need anyone, right? Not him, not you. I don't need anyone. I got this.
Mm-hmm.
That's a man thing to do. And then you just fail over and over and over and over and over again. Finally, okay, hey, all right, okay,
I need help.
yeah,
I
just-
surrender.
yeah. And like on the way here, I pointed like I just enjoyed the sun, but I know he's everywhere, but I just look at the sun and be like, right. Just before this, I'm like, tell me what, work through me, use my body, use my brain, use my voice, right? Let's touch one person.
Mm-hmm.
Let's touch one person today.
Mm-hmm.
Right, let's change that one person's course,
Mm-hmm.
right? And when we first did this, I said, if it helped one person, it's worth it, right? And there's 8 billion of us on this crazy little ball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Well, it's funny how you look at the sun, look up at the sky, like when we talk to God, because that is the kingdom of heaven within. That is the solar body within us projected, because everything's a projection.
yeah,
So even though we're looking to that divinity within ourselves,
Yeah.
when we look to the sun,
yeah. We all have it in us.
and that's why a lot of people wear sunglasses with the sun, is because what they're seeing out there is too bright. They can't see the reflection. They can't look into it. They're scared of it. They
That's-
want to shade it out.
And they actually tell you that it's unhealthy to wear sunglasses.
Well, of course they do. Yeah,
because you're not getting your.
that keeps you dumbed down and easily programmed and manipulated by the system.
Yeah, this system is pretty.
We could go into a whole conspiracy reel on that, but
Well, it's just like think of the. Well, you don't even have to look at it. You don't have to look at it from a conspiracy perspective. Look at it like, what are the most successful industries in the world? You got,
pharmaceutical companies,
well, you got beauty,
yeah,
right?
fashion,
Massive, right? And you
Mhm.
got entertainment,
mm-hmm.
right? What's more distracting than entertainment,
Mm-hmm.
right? Nothing,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like look over here,
Mm-hmm.
right? And like every time something monumental is happening, there's like a distraction somewhere else. But
Mhm.
just in beauty, entertainment, right? Sex is a massive industry.
Oh yeah.
Right? Distract me.
Mhm.
I don't want to sit in my feelings. I don't want to sit in my thoughts. Distract me.
Well, and nobody can hold presence because they're always like, oh my God, this massive bad thing happened over here. Quick,
Yeah,
look.
yeah.
And then the next day, oh, now this bad thing's over here. So it makes us forgetful because something horrific, like I was talking with a girlfriend about this the other day, about what happened in Hawaii with all those fires. And then all of a sudden, a week later, nobody was talking about that anymore. And these people that fucking lost their homes and burned down, like we literally, it makes us forgetful.
Yeah.
We get really good.
Overloaded.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a weird.
Think about before we had that access.
Mm,
Like go back where like a family was living on an acreage and the next closest family, like you had to travel, say a day to get there.
mm-hmm,
Otherwise you're focused on you.
mm-hmm.
You couldn't even focus on anything else.
Right.
Right? So like think of the purity of that. It's really you, your wife, your kids.
It's
And the world.
reality. Because I always say reality is what's in front of you.
Yeah.
Reality is this.
Think of
Right?
how amazing it would be. Like, have you ever see those memes where it's like $1 million and you can't go on your phone, you can't watch TV?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, sign me up.
Yeah.
Right? Sign me up. I'll do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right? I would love that.
Yeah.
Right? Because what we have is we have so much access to everything that's going on all over the place. We're so distracted by it. We're spinning around and never being present.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We're never being present. Right? We're focused. Right? And people 10 times smarter than I do talk about anxiety, right, is living in the future, right? So you're focused on what that is, and then you obviously get nervous about it.
Well, anxiety.
And then depression is when you're stuck in the past. And I
Mhm.
lived it. I lived in the past, always the past, right? Back in the day, when this happened, that happened, right?
Well,
But
the past, if it's unresolved, if there's pain in the past, that's the driving force that activates a fearful future, was how anxiety is born. Because there's nothing fearful about the future if you've resolved your past, is my point.
Okay.
But if you haven't resolved the pain from the past, it will determine and dictate who you are now and keep charging up the fearful future.
Yeah. What's the saying about it's a present, today is a present? I just think of think of when you're smiling the most, right? Like in
It's when your phone is off, when the TV's off, when you're sitting with the people that you love, like you're just saying,
yeah,
right? Like when you're
locked in. Like
you're not with porn.
Yeah. Well, you're like, if you really think about it, like you can't take any of this with you. Like you have 100 Ferraris, you're not taking them. Like when you're laying on your deathbed, you're not like, hey, I wish I could drive that Ferrari one more time. Right? It's those memories and those moments that make you smile.
Yeah.
And we all have them. I even think of like gifts. Gifts are ridiculous. We go crazy for gifts, like birthday gifts, Christmas gifts. It's like a competition.
I know.
Right? So the richest family wins. And the
I
rest,
stopped buying people gifts years ago. And I always
gifts
said,
for no reason I think are cool. Other than that, like why are we making their birthday
but it's nice to buy somebody a gift when you want to, when it's a moment of inspiration moving through you, not when it's on the date when you like feel you have to.
I have to buy them a gift.
Yeah.
Right?
Like what makes it so, why are you entitled to that every time?
Another guy I worked with.
You had one birthday. That was the day you were born. Okay.
Technically.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I like celebrating. Right?
Yeah.
But how do we celebrate it?
Yeah.
Right?
My hands are frozen.
Yeah?
I can't believe you're not wearing a sweater. Like, I can hardly move my hands.
I run hot.
Wow, that's nice.
Like I'm always running hot. I don't know why, but like I'm not cold. This feels so nice.
Well, now it's starting to warm up, but because we started, oh my God, my hands, but it's good. I can kind of move them.
Oh my gosh, you're frozen. Holy crap. Like those are ice cubes. You can put them in a drink.
Stubs.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get into the car to be like.
Well, good thing you're not driving. How do you drive with your elbows?
All right.
She repeats it back. Oh, yeah.